Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem El Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm going to entitle this video, let's see where the Spirit takes me. I didn't set up anything, but I'm going to entitle this video, so that means I would have to take the jump shot. So let's go ahead and play it. Disregard this right here. This is a cancellation for, I guess it's the guy with the bald-headed Christian guy with the Alma translates directly into what is it, Parthenos in Matthew 1, which he doesn't understand. He's not a deep scholar, this guy Williams. Anyway, so let me just go ahead and listen to this. I said, you know what, I got a black mother kisses teen son as a girlfriend. What? Wait, move to 2/3. 23rd, black mother kisses teen son as a girlfriend, whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and listen. I kind of started laughing and chuckling, man. You know, think it might be if we did this. Oh, and by the way, I'd like to apologize to everybody in Israel for saying it's okay to grape a little girl. I'd like to apologize because it's wrong. It's wrong, G. It's really, really wrong, G. I'm having fun with this. Yes, I'm wrong. You shouldn't be graping little girls. You shouldn't be graping big girls. But if you happen, and that's against the law, because you're disrespecting the father when you lay with that woman. You're not honoring the father. But however, if it does happen, these are the penalties. 50 shekels of silver. I'll do the math one day. I did the math one day. That's a lot of, when you compare shekels of silver back then to money now, you better be rich. You better be, you know, backstroking in some coins, you know? And then you had to take the woman and you can't divorce her. She might look good, you know the song, what's the song? Don't stop the feeling. Well, you got that feeling, you can't help it, right? 20 years go by, she ain't appealing no more, but guess what? You can't get rid of her. Can't get rid of her, man. But so anyway, it's wrong. It's wrong to grape women, except in a case of emergency, pursuant to Judges chapter 19. So you're right. You did a video saying that. Captain Cesariak said he kind of a comedian to me sometimes. He said the reason when us teaching, I find it funny. Us teaching that the grape thing. The fact that we're teaching that Yahweh Shai is not coming back. As soon as we say we were wrong, then you're gonna come back. So guess what? I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get my suitcase. I'm gonna get ready to get beamed up. Cause I just apologized. I just apologized. Captain Cesariak, you know. But he actually said that. All you gotta do is, when I saw it, I said I'm not even gonna respond to it right. But I'm responding to it now. I'm gonna get into the main thing. I'm gonna let you hear what he gotta say. It's like a sitcom with these brothers, man. You know. Anyway, that's on the last video that the elder not Zakba did. I caught it early in the morning, so he did some videos after that. I'm pretty sure he does multiple videos a day, like myself and others. All of y'all should be doing at least one video a day, 1 or 2. Anyway, he did the video where Captain Cesariak said he had the picture of myself. Who else was there? I think Gabar was on one side, and the bishop Tazadak Bar was on the other side. And that was when we was on 34th Street, and Polite came up, and he said the stuff that we're teaching, this is the reason why Yahweh Shai is not going to come back. So we got to stop teaching that, so Yahweh Shai could come back. As long as we keep that going, the Lord ain't never going. I ain't never coming back. You can blame it on Tahar and the GMS. That's what this brother said. Watch the video. Watch the video. You know, so I cracked up about it, right? And I said, I ain't even gonna do a response, man. It's not even worth my time doing a response to that. So that's what it is. GMS is holding Israel back from being in the kingdom. If it wasn't for GMS, we'd have been in the kingdom. You know? But anyway, I'm here to officially apologize to Captain Tazariak and to anybody else that was offended. You're not supposed to, don't listen to us. Don't listen to GMS on the great thing. Don't listen to us. That's bad news. But however, if you happen to, you can control yourself, then you do it, provided that we're in the ancient world. Because if you do it now, you're getting locked up. But we was in the ancient world, we in the kingdom, or whatever the case may be. We in the wilderness. The law applies. The law applies. But we shouldn't do it. But if you do it, I'm saying it again, sound like a broken record here. If you do it, the penalty is 50 shekels to the father of silver, and you can't divorce the woman. You're going to get old and fat and grow warts on the face. You got to deal with it. So you got to think twice before you think about raping a girl. So I advise against it. But if you do, these are the penalties. You don't get put to death. You do not get put to death. Anyway, let's go ahead and let this play.
Okay, so I could you could ask your question and stuff, because I could do everything now while I'm talking to you.
My name is Amiyaka Casey. I was calling because I had a question about something that you had said, Commander General Johannes said. You said that he wants all camps to come together. What exactly did he mean?
He said that years ago, 2010 maybe, and we responded like, is he crazy? Is he out of his goddamn mind?
Just exactly what it means. Like, for all camps, instead of having,
because General Yohana taught these guys that he's the second in command only to the Messiah. That means he's either King David or over King David. David's number 4. The heavenly order is Yahweh, his son Yahushai, the Holy Spirit, which represent the angels, give it a picture. And then on the earth, out of that order, out of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, you got King David. And then you got the rest of Israel. And then you got order in Israel, right? So for Yohana to say that he's third in command only, how do you say second in command only to the Messiah, that means he's King David. So is he saying that he's King David? Spirit never told me he was King David. Never had a dream that General Yohana was King David. You know? He's actually saying that he's King David, but he should just go out and say that I'm King David. They get on me about saying I'm Paul. I don't know who the hell I was back in the day. I know I'm Tahar. And let's say I was Paul in another life. Does that mean I can take it easy? Because I can go on and merits what I did? No. If I am Paul, I got to do what Paul did when he was back on the scene. If I'm not Paul, I got to use Paul as an example. So it's not important, man.
Multiple camps have just one.
Does it mean that we would all have to fall under UPK doctrine?
Yep.
For what? If we don't see that this guy is the number, if we don't see that General Yohana's Moses or David, why the fuck we got to come up under them? Because he's been convinced in his mind that this is the end all be all. This is the man. I don't see it.
So that we would have to relay everything that we have to come up under y'all, and then follow the same.
I would say, right. That's kind of like the end game. The beginning game would be at least having a conversation to see what it entails.
First of all, we get with you. We say, we want to come under you guys. Okay, you got to stop teaching about the MOTB. You got to take the jump shot. You got to start sticking your, doing it in the butt. Because that's what generally, I don't do it in the butt. I never, before I came to the truth, I didn't do it in the butt. Women have offered me their butt. I said, no, I don't do that. That's something I just don't do. like Hall & Oates said in the song. No, 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 can't do. I'm just having a little fun here. Because this is a funny, this video is cracking me up. I listened to about here. So I said I got to make a video on it. And I was laughing all the way. The first 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes. So okay, so we got to go back to the Friday sundown, Saturday sundown, Sabbath. What else? We can't wear fringes because none of you guys wear fringes when you're out there. What else? You got to take the jump shot. If they have another jump shot, they're saying in China that everybody's getting this mysterious cold and the flu and so forth, and it's going to come over here, and there's going to be another set of lockdowns unless you get the jump shot. So we got to get the jump shot this time. When the MOTB comes on the scene, we got to take it, right? What else? There's some other things. We teach a lot of the great thing. Like I said, we got to take. And I did apologize. I said, don't do it. I told the young brother, I said, don't do it, because if you do it, they catch up to you. You're going under the jail. We can't help you. We can't do nothing for you, man. Like Flavor Flav said.
You would have to do, like, it's not magic where you just walk in and just drop everything that you decide, that you believe. I wouldn't think that would be the expectation.
But ultimately, you would have to drop everything that's contrary to what these guys teaching. Could you imagine IUIC, ICP, all these different camps? Can you imagine the confusion? Because I'm not going to change my stance on anything I've said in the past. I'm not going to change my stance on the MO. So if I'm out there teaching, we all IUCBK, somebody asked me about the MOTB. I'm not going to say, well, that's sleeping with white women. Okay, so brother, don't sleep with white women and you good. It's also talking about an embargo.
That is magic. But let's say you start with conversations to see where it goes. That's how it starts. Like I always say, like I had.
And how is it going to end? We all got to follow what the ISUPK says. We got to put a crown on King David's head, which he's down here with us right now, in the body of General Yohana.
Got close. I had two camps that agreed to join ISUPK. This was back in 2014. In 2014, I had two camps that agreed with me verbally to join the school. They had worked it out how it was going to be in the whole 9 yards, and then they ended up backing out for whatever reason. I've never gotten an answer why, and I never asked why. But that worked out as simple as, having conversations and sitting down at the table. Like if I said,
this is why I don't have conversations with none of these guys. I don't talk to none of these guys. I ain't got nothing to say to none of these guys. It's my way, which is the Most High's way, and Yahweh's way, or the highway. I ain't got time to discuss nothing to you. I ate the roll, bro. Okay? I ate the whole roll. Pursuant to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter.
Commander James.
Fuck, I'm gonna sit down with another camp and work to iron things out. Things are ironed out with us. You got to get things ironed out with yourself. I don't do that camp shit, going back and forth with camps. Because at one point or another, something's going to come up where you say, I'm going off, and I say, no, I'm not. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Hannah wants me to debate all camps. You know how many camps will contact me to debate? All of them.
Not GMS. We don't debate. We don't need to debate. We're lecturers. We're not debaters. We're lecturers. We got the truth. We tell you what it is. You can either take it or leave it.
Mostly.
Right.
But when it comes to having a conversation of coming together, nobody wants to do that, which lets you know the demon that's on everybody.
So we all got, wait a minute, he said in a roundabout way, GMS got demons on him, IUIC got demons on him, Sakari got demons on him. All these different guys got demons on them. We all got demons on them, on us. They don't have demons on them. They're right and exact.
So nobody could say that we haven't put that mantra out. If you got an issue with anything that we've said, you can always just come and talk. You could say I'm damn near like a spokesperson for ISUPK. So anybody can come.
And at the end of the day, they're going to find out that they are totally wrong. That GMS is the number one camp on the creme de la creme of the camps. You don't see it now. You don't see the MOTB now. You know when you're going to see it, or believe it. You don't believe it now. You know when you're going to believe it? When it actually comes and you get that letter where you got to go to the doctor and get that fucking chip in you in order to navigate in this circle. To act in. See that car that you in? I don't know what make or model that car, year that car is. Guess what? If you don't get that chip, you're going to be walking, bro. You can't get on the train either. You can't get on the plane. You can't get on the train. Can't get on the bus. You can't work. So you guys will become believers, and you will all say the same thing. Oh shit, GMS was always right.
And talk to me. And I want to big up y'all were all from Sons of Thunder. Y'all were all from Sons of Thunder, had a brother.
By the way, Joel tried to get in contact with me. He said, can I get you? I said, no, I don't give him my number. Well, can I get your email? I don't give out emails. In other words, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Sakari, can I kind of get with you? Because I'm not sure about certain things. And I need to talk to certain brothers to see if you thinking like that, guess what? The spirit ain't dealing with you. And you do have demons on you.
Brother in his school invite me on his platform, and we had a whole conversation and dialogue. That's the first brother, second brother. Danya Allah from Lions of Israel was the first, but that's the second brother that's actually done that. We've always invited camps to come to our cookouts, to come to our Passover. I remember when I sat down.
Well, you guys have cookouts on the Sabbath. How you going to be cooking on the Sabbath? Your Sabbath, which is Saturday, right? Let me go to that. And then if we go, let's say I want to go clubbing again, right? I'm going to go back clubbing. And I get ready. They say, what you doing, Tahar? I'm going to the club. The dude says, you know it's the Sabbath. I said, not to me. Oh, we're going to have to bring you to council. I said, bring me to council to what? For what? Because you going out on the Sabbath. I said, prove that I would go to the council, prove it's a Sabbath. They're going to bring out certain precepts. I said, you ain't prove a damn thing. You ain't proved a damn thing. I'm sorry. I was going someplace. Let me just come on back to this. Where did I say I was going to go? Oh, I'm sorry. No cookouts on the Sabbaths. I do not cook on the Sabbath. Okay, let's go to, what is that? Exodus. I haven't gone through this in years. Exodus 35, if I'm not mistaken. 35. I'll find it. Yeah, it's probably 35 and 3. Matter of fact, I believe it is 35 and 3. Okay. The Sabbath emphasized, and Moses gathered all the congregation of the sons of Israel, the word there, children should be sons, together, and said unto them, these are the words which Yahweh, how do we know it's Yahweh? All caps, have commanded that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be to you an holy day. Now I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Captain Zarak, I do believe that you guys teach that you can have sex on the Sabbath. I know for a fact that the IUIC teaches that you can have sex on the Sabbath, which is clearly against the scriptures. A Sabbath of rest to Yahweh, whosoever doeth work therein. Hey, when you lay with your woman, do you not put in work? Do you not sweat? So you put in work. It says, shall be put to death. If you break the Sabbath in any way, so we keep the Sabbath to the best of our ability. The third verse, ye, this is going under the Sabbath and this is part of the Sabbath. These are the do's and don'ts of the Sabbath. On the Sabbath, ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day. So he said cookout. Cooking involves kindling the fire. So let's come on back. This is easy work. Easy work. Easy work. Okay, here we go. So they're going to get on me. Well, you GMS guys, you be going to the clubs on Friday night, man. You can't be doing that. I said, why not? Because it's the Sabbath. I said, prove that to me in the Bible. See. This is the same problem we had with you back at One West. I said, okay, okay, you're gonna get the same power. I'm keeping the same energy. Show me in the scriptures, and if you're watching this video, Captain Zarek, show me in the scriptures where the Sabbath is on a Saturday, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. And guess what? In Denzel Washington's, Alonzo's voice, you can't do it.
With Guerrilla Hebrew back in 2022 or 2023, we had sat down, and the interesting thing about that.
Okay, that was fun. That was recent. That was most recent. We're talking a year and a half, 2 years ago.
I had invited Sakari and IUIC to come to Atlanta and have a sit down. So when anybody checks the track record, everybody always like to talk about what ISUBK want to argue.
And you know what? We had GMS. We don't call for camps to come up under us, because first of all, you got to be vetted. We don't know how many demons is on you or y'all. We don't know. And if we sit down with you, you got to come with an empty mind. You got to come born again. You can't come with your ISUPK breakdowns and your IUIC breakdowns. Like IUIC with the hell thing. I'm not going to bring a man here. I believe the hell is the actual place where you burn your spirit when you die. My grandmother been burning in hell for the last 25 years. Brother, I'm not even going to waste my time. Moving on.
Argue with everybody. ISUBK want to battle. ISUBK think this. I invited Sakari and IUIC to come to Atlanta to sit down to work out our differences. Now, at that time, Guerrilla Hebrew showed up. IUIC did not. Guerrilla Hebrew and them said, and I had invited them on camera. They was
now, if Guerrilla Hebrew and Sakari said that they're gonna come down and get with them, are they gonna throw out all the doctrines? You know, the Sabbath. Are they gonna change all? Because that's what they have to do to be officially down with ISUPK. And ISUPK tends to believe that they're the cream of the crop, and they're not. They're the creme of the creme, and they're not.
Supposed to come to the Passover. They didn't show up. And I remember seeing Hassad like a couple weeks before. I think we was in North Carolina. We was at camp. We walked it down, and I see Hassad. He's still in Sakari at the time. He was walking up, and I said, "Hey man, we gonna see you, right?" He said, "Yeah, Passover, April." He knew the date. He knew exactly, but they didn't show up. So nobody could ever say that we never reached out to them, never invited them, never wanted them around. Nobody could ever say that. So the door is always open to anybody. Like I never look at I don't look at it like they Israelites, they Christians, they Muslim. I look at all of them the same. Like if you're not in my organization, I look at us as all the same, but I don't treat nobody different. You ask anybody that's been around me, if I treat them different when I'm around them, they'll tell you no. So the onus ain't really up on us anymore. The onus is on everybody else that has not joined.
Because they're the all seeing, all knowing everything. They just convince themselves that well, we say the same thing, but guess what? The difference between us and y'all, we are right, you wrong. Spirit ain't dealing with y'all, man, fully. You know that you're Israel. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But you don't have the 100%. You can never say you got 100% truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. So you're saying that it's really kind of like a more of a sit-down private conversation about.
Yeah, it don't have to be public. Yeah, we can public. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering because.
But according to General Yohana, I fell out. Them guys fell out the truth. They fell out the truth. I fell out. When I left One West fell out. When he left One West fell out the truth. Well, if I fell out the truth, why are you going to try to get me back? What does 1 John 2 say? What is that? 1 John 2, matter of fact, it's either 19 or 20. It's 19. I'm sorry, it's 19. Let me go ahead and read it. 1 John 2 and 20. It's in 19. I'll read it in a couple of versions anyway. Because they're saying you got to come up under the order. Come up under what order? I thought I fell out. I thought I fell out the truth. How can I fall out and come back in? They went out from us according to General Yohana. He fell out the truth. He fell out the truth when he left with Marshall. IUI, the head of IUI, he fell out. They fell out the truth. So how can you be calling us back when we fell out? They didn't try to call Judas Iscariot back. You know, Alexander and Hymenaeus, Paul didn't try to call him back. Philetus, Paul didn't try to call him back. It says they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. So where does the scripture say, but if you think about it and you take a couple of years off and you fast and you pray, you know, you could come back. It doesn't say that in the scriptures, period. So how in the hell, provided that IACBK is a truth that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is dealing with them, I can never come back. I can never come back because I fell out the truth. Ruth, anyway. And you got to be out your fucking mind if you think I'm going to stop teaching the MOTB as a microchip. You got to be out your damn mind.
You know, I know that you kind of started everything, you know what I'm saying, with 1959. You talked about it earlier. Mm-hmm. UPK kind of came through and started.
That water is nothing but acid. That's acid right there. You gotta drink some Saratoga, brother.
For real. And then of course the breakups and all that. But yeah, I'm with New Hope House of Worship, RJW. And,
you know, when you're drinking that garbage water, to help it, you get a lemon, get organic lemon, squeeze it in there. It'll bring up the well, that's acidic, mostly acidic. That's they say it's like number 4 on that what do you call it? That test strips. If you what is that? Poland Spring or whatever, which is the crappiest water there is, full of it's highest acidic. But if you take some organic lemon juice or lemons, squeeze it in there, it brings it makes the water alkaline. But that's some crappy ass water. You're not gonna die by drinking it, but it forms acid in your body.
You know, I've been listening for a while.
Okay.
And it's a few of our members have also been listening for a while. When we first had our reservations about, you know, UPK, because some of us think that y'all come too hard or whatever. They don't like the way y'all teach on the streets and stuff like that. They don't like the cussing and
We
all
don't
the
we
extra
don't we
stuff.
don't cuss on the street. We don't cuss on the street.
Yeah, Captain just cusses. He cuss, not curses. He cuss in debates. He doesn't cuss on the street. So
Y'all don't?
Not on streets. The street speakings we don't. Now we commenting on a post, or depending on how mad you get me on this line.
yeah, like on a debate, but he curves it. No, we don't curse. No, you'll never hear us curse on the street. But in debates, sit downs will curse.
You might get cussed out.
Hey, yeah, we know about the famous Captain Zarya crash. You know about
See, hey, there's an old saying: you don't know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. Captain Zarak really thinks he's in the true truth, but he doesn't know. He's young. You don't know what you don't know. Your eyes are gonna be open when the clouds get when the clouds get busted and your house shot. But you're gonna know about that before. When you get that letter, look, Captain Zarak, whatever your government name is, Reynolds Watkins or whatever. It's time. Today you got to go see the doctor, or if you know a tattoo artist, he'll give you the chip, but you're gonna have to get the chip. So that's when you're gonna see it.
I wanted to get clarity because I wanted to talk to my leaders, and I don't really know what all else is gonna happen in the world of Israel. I don't really like what you said earlier. I don't really like what's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's not what it used to be. It used to be all about pushing the truth and brotherhood and love to our people. But now it's about who's right all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And I think,
well, this guy, he doesn't know what's going on. He's a lost soul. He's empty cloud wherein there's no water. Jude, wandering stars. He's a wandering star. He's trying to find something. Is it IUCBK? It damn sure ain't GMS. You don't have to be in the camp to have the truth.
I think that's where they missed the battle. Like you trying to prove Gentile salvation to an Israelite. You trying to prove the Hebrew to an Israelite. I would have more respect if you go battle a Jewish guy or a Christian. Like that, to me, those are.
And why should you have a debate with an Edomite Christian? They're not going to change. What you think? You right? You guys are the Israelites, and I'm an Edomite, and I'm going into slavery. Can I go into slavery under you now? I got chains. I'm chained up. I'm ready to go into slavery. Them devils are never going to admit that we're right. Because for them to admit that we're right about what we say about them going into captivity, that means they gave up. You go home to their wife, baby, we're going into slavery. You really think these devils are going to say that?
You trying to bring the nation of Israel as a light, no matter what you think that light is. Battling another Israelite is not the light. Battling those that are not Israelites, I would think, would be the light. So
There's nothing to battle with these devils. They're never there. There's nothing to battle. What's there to battle? And they go into these strawman arguments. You're talking about one thing, talking about who's salvation for. They want to get into a conversation of the Trinity, because they don't want to deal with the real issue. Who is? I'll say this. Okay, let's go with what you say. Let's say they all the three. We'll go with that. We'll give that to you. Okay? No, we're going on. I'm agree with you. Okay? I'm being Christian for now. With all that being said, they are 3 and 1. Who's going to come to save us? Well, Jesus. Okay, is he coming to save everybody? Yeah, he coming to save the Gentiles. That's an argument you want to keep them in. And we already made that point to vocab and the rest of them. That anytime you see the salvation for the Gentiles, it's talking about Israelites. Now, why does Hakar and Hassad teach different? Because they got bags.
I don't take, but here's what I will tell you though, and I made this post. I'm gonna say this public. Let me look at my camera when I say this part. I take great pleasure in telling y'all niggas no when y'all ask me for a debate. I take great pleasure in talking about y'all, and you say, well, why you don't debate? And I say, I ain't debating you. I take great pleasure because I talk about a lot of people that I don't debate. And it's a joy. I get such joy when I say something about how horrible you are as an individual, and then you switch to debate. Because that's what it is. When I talk about your brotherhood and you say, let's debate, that's all you need to know about a nigga. I say you ain't got no brotherhood. Let's debate. I take joy in that. I take pleasure. Like, how can I piss these niggas off again?
Well, you'll never piss GMS off because we don't debate. We don't have to debate. We are lecturers. We tell you what's what. Either you take it or you don't take it. There's two bridges. One bridge is down, the other bridge is good. Guy asks you, you tell a guy, look, don't go that way. There's a bridge is down, you're gonna fall in the river and you're gonna die. They don't want to. Well, let's have a debate about it because I'm an expert on bridges. Okay, bridges. I'll say, you know what, brother? Okay, you want to debate. Okay, no, you want to debate. See, I want to debate, nigga. You know, down you go into the river and you die.
Hey, while I got you, hell yeah, I'm crazy, man. Hey, while I got a witness. What's your name again, brother? You said Kwam?
Oh, Kama Yashi.
Kama Yashi. Okay, Kama. Okay, I ain't hear the first part. Kama Yashi. Kama. You said Kama. Good. All right.
Okay, he got a Hebrew name, but he doesn't know that he doesn't know what to do. Who gave you that Hebrew name? Got a lot of these pop up. Have you ever heard? There's a term when you have a restaurant. They want to open up a little small restaurant. They have pop up restaurants where they rent a place for a month and they'll sell you pastries. It's called a pop up restaurants. Well, you got a lot of pop-up Israelites out there that don't have the whole truth. So he's searching for, is it ISUPK, is it IUIC? But in the meanwhile, I'm an Israelite. Yeah, but you're not a prophet. If you're a prophet, if you go out there and prophesy correctly and directly and correctly.
Kama was on the phone with me, so y'all heard me when I said William was gonna call me in 20 minutes to let me know about the debate that's supposed to take place today at 1 o'clock. So when he called me, that's why I had to end the live stream. So he called me. I got the witness on the phone with me. He said that the moderator, he said has a health issue or family issue. Which one he said?
Family issue.
Yeah, that the moderator for the debate has a family issue and asked if we could move it to the 23rd.
Couldn't get another moderator, but it doesn't matter. I may watch and I may not watch it. No, it's no big deal. They ain't gonna say nothing that I don't know.
Which is next Tuesday, of which I agree. The brother was on the phone with me. He's a witness. Is that true, brother?
God.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So it'll be next week. Next Tuesday will be the actual debate. All right, so it just got moved. I just wanted to make sure y'all have a witness. And he didn't sound like he was scared. And if you know William talked too much shit to be scared. This one I take Bezos moderator badge from her. But yes, I just want. Was there anything else, brother?
No, that's good. I'm gonna go back and relay the message, and we'll see what's going on.
All right, no problem. All right, shalom, brother. So the debate's not today at 1 o'clock. The debate is next Tuesday, just so y'all know. He had some family emergency, had to shift things around, so the debate is next Tuesday. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, caller.
Yep.
I want to shout out a super chat that came on my last live. Shout out to For the Love of Israel. Said that's for the shield, collecting truths and calling shit out on the front lines. That's a start. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate that super chat. Caller, what's your question or comment?
Yeah, Cap, I just had a question. The guy William that you're going to be debating, is this the same William from before that you already debated?
Bald-headed William.
Yeah, I uploaded the video Saturday. I re-uploaded the video Saturday so people could be familiar with him.
Yeah. Oh my God. And what's the title of the debate this time?
Is Jesus the Most High God?
Oh man. All right, Cap. I'm gonna definitely.
Yeah, should be good, man. Should be a doozy.
I'm gonna definitely tune in because
The debate should always be. You should always be concerned about whether you're going to be delivered or not, and whether he's God or not. That's what William should be asking. Is are we going to be delivered? That's the point. At the end of the day, you find out he's the Son of God, the God, or whatever. At the end of the day, you're going to eat a missile. That's what you should be concerned about. But you're going to lose. You're going to lose that debate, that particular topic. So, there you go. Listen to a little bit more, and then I'm going to get ready to close.
the last one about Mary. Oh my! Who's going to be the moderator for this? Because that guy gets out of line.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Listen. Listen. One thing it's gonna be entertaining.
And if you want to be entertained, you watch that. He likes to entertain. Anyway, let's go over here. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Because that's what it is, entertainment. Okay, I gotta listen to this. Non-Israelite heathens will now judge Israelites. Matthew 12:42. Let's see what this is all about.
You might want to wait for him to answer and then ask the second question.
I don't care. It don't matter to me. Go ahead.
Just to keep it clean. You got it.
Okay. So
I got the first part. What's the second part?
So in verse 27, is Paul teaching that the uncircumcised non-Israelites going to judge, the uncircumcised non-Israelite who keep the law, going to judge the circumcised Israelites who break the law? Yes or no?
Okay, so you're asking me this question and then you're going to ask another one, or is that all you're asking me?
Well, we could keep on. I mean, you could just answer that, bro. I ain't gonna stack all.
Okay, no problem. So am I yes and then I can expound, or what? I'm saying, am I able to answer yes or no and then expound, or what? Okay, absolutely yes. That's exactly what he's saying. This is such an easy question. This is so easy, and this is how I know that most of y'all really don't read the Bible for real, because Christ literally says almost verbatim the exact same thing. Let me pull that up in, I believe, Matthew chapter 12, and let's just read the words of Christ. Matthew chapter 12. What? Okay.
Notice he said, "Let's read the words of Christ." They're not even saying Yahweh Shai. I think they still do say it, but we're gonna monitor them if they abandon the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We gotta watch these guys.
Absolutely, yes. That's exactly what he's saying. This is such an easy question. Am I yes and then I can expound, or what? I'm saying, am I able to answer yes or no and then expound, or what? Okay, absolutely yes. That's exactly what he's saying. This is such an easy question. Okay, or what?
Let's hear that again. Let's hear it again. These niggas are going out their fucking mind. Non-Israelite heathens, meaning Edomites, Moabites, will now judge Israelites. Matthew 12:42. I said, damn, I hope I'm an Edomite. I just hope I'm an Edomite. I'm doing the work and I'm an Edomite, so I guess these dudes will get waxing worse and worse. Their expiration date is getting ready to come up.
Well, we could keep on. I mean, you could just answer that, bro. I ain't gonna stack all.
Okay, no problem. So am I yes and then I can expound, or what? I'm saying, am I able to answer yes or no? And
let me bring this back again. He's gonna ask the question.
So Israelites who break the law.
Hold up.
The uncircumcised non-Israelite who keep the law, going to judge the circumcised Israelites who break the law? Yes or no?
Okay, so you're asking me this question and then you're going to ask another one, or is that all you're asking me?
Well, we could keep on. I mean, you could just answer that, bro. I ain't gonna stack all.
Okay, no problem. So am I yes and then I can expound, or what? I'm saying, am I able to answer yes or no and then expound, or what? Okay, absolutely yes. That's exactly what he's saying. This is just such an easy question.
Okay, so he's saying that the heathens, Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, Hamites, Ishmaelites, Japhites, they're going to judge over certain Israelites. So there's going to be certain heathens that's going to be slave masters to Israelites, and some Israelites who enslave certain Edomites and other nations, and I would think some Israelites who enslave certain other Israelites. So you're going to look around and you're not going to know these dudes. These dudes, their shelf life, you know, when you got some milk, and it's okay. Today's date is December 15th. You look at the milk, and the milk expired on let's say this December 10th. You can still drink the milk, but you want to throw it away. You want to say, "Oh, I'm just going to throw it away." You smell it, right? Doesn't smell right. Guess what? It expired. Okay. These Genesis, they're done. They're done. You know? They're done. They're shelf life. Take them off the shelf, take them out the refrigerator, and throw them in the garbage. I'm talking about Genesis. They're done. Stick a fork in them, they're done.
Question. This is so easy, and this is how I know that most of y'all really don't read the Bible for real, because Christ literally says almost verbatim the exact same thing. Let me pull that up in, I believe, Matthew chapter 12, and let's just read the words of Christ. Matthew chapter 12 and verse. Look at this. This is easy. Verse 42. The Queen of the South. Who's this? The Queen of Sheba. This is a Gentile. This is a non-Israelite. This is a Cushite. The Queen of the South shall rise up in the judgment. Meaning, other versions, he read other versions. He should have never introduced that. Other versions literally say to judge. The Queen of the South shall rise up in the judgment with this generation and do what? Condemn it. Christ said that a Gentile is going to be able to condemn an Israelite. Christ said that a Gentile is going to be able to condemn an Israelite. Christ said that a Gentile is going to be able to condemn an Israelite. That's all Paul is speaking about. In Romans 2, what he's talking about is a Gentile who is uncircumcised, which it says, which is by nature. Meaning, when you're born not circumcised. It would be able to rebuke an Israelite who is circumcised. Like, for example, what is Paul saying? He's saying it's better that there's a Gentile who believes in God, keeps all the commandments, than someone like Diddy, who he's circumcised, he's an Israelite, but he breaks all of God's commandments.
Okay, I don't gotta listen to no more. This is done. The Most High going to dispose of these guys very soon, in my opinion. But the Most High can have them hang around so they can eat a missile. That's in the most Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's hand. Oh my goodness, these dudes are terrible. These dudes are terrible. Why do you think we put these curses? Why did you think I didn't put no curse? I put curses on Genesis. I asked the Most High to completely destroy them. Or do you destroy them now? I never put a curse like that on. Well, I did put one on the IUIC many years ago. I asked the Most High to destroy them if they don't repent. But these guys are not going to repent. So I put a curse on them. I asked the Most High to utterly destroy the Genesis group, Hakar and Assad, utterly destroy them. Apostle Rakar had utterly put a curse on him, and we were talking earlier in this. Well, we started talking. He called me in the morning. We end up. It was like fucking 12:30. He called me about 10. It was like 12:30. I finished speaking. So he was saying how he got with the brother. And he cursed him and shit. But then he said I call you. Let's go somewhere and fight. Which Rakar was going off on that, you know. And but the first guy that put a curse to damn the Genesis was Captain Tazariak. Of all people, Captain Tazariak. So I pretty much followed suit with Captain Tazariak. I said, that's a good idea, Captain. I'm going to put a curse on him too. So I put a curse on him, Captain Tazariak put a curse on him. And in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and Apostle Ricard and others from out there in the West, a bunch of them put curses on this guy. And I did tell all of y'all put curses on this guy, on these two magpies here. So this is it, brother. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. In the kingdom of heaven, you might be an Israelite and you got an Edomite telling you what to do. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to delete these two magpies. Anyway, I don't got to listen to no more. Anyway, Shalom, on to the next.